So in this para we saw what are about the about Vedas. Okay, they gave an intro about Vedas. Next we will go in brief about what is Rig Veda period. So Rig Veda is the first among all the Vedas, as we all know. The language used over here, the geographical and the social situation depicted in it justifies this. So Rig Veda has 1028 suktas or prayer songs. So they are grouped under 10 mandalas. All these suktas were not compiled in a single time, so they have not been followed in a single time. All the suktas have been not followed in a single time. Historians open that there was a gap of 500 years between the initial text and the last text of Rig Veda. So they did for 500 years. So there was a gap of 500 years between the text of Rig Veda. Okay, so the language used in Rig Veda belongs to the Indo-European family of languages. So the geography discussed in Rig Veda extends from Afghanistan's Hindu Kush mountain to Doab of Ganga and Yamuna rivers. Doab is nothing but the area between two rivers. Okay, so now the western part of present Uttar Pradesh state. Okay, so they state now which is the current part of that, and from Kashmir to Sindh in the northern boundaries. So where was the Rig Veda been followed? So this is about Rig Veda. So what were the social system following in the Rig Veda? At the time of their entry into India, there were three communities among Aryans. As we said that Aryans are the peoples who were belong to the Indo-European tribe. Okay, so they were being classified as aristocracy, priestly class, and the common people. Caste consciousness had not yet emerged, so there was not what clashes of caste at that time. We get the picture of an emerging social system in the Purusha Shukta that appears in the 10th mandala of Rig Veda, which is probably during the 1000 BCE. Okay, according to this, the gods created Adi Purusha, whose mouth became Brahmanas, shoulders become Shastriyas, thighs become Vaishyas, and Shudras were born from his feet. So they have been divided, the god Adi Purusha, and how it has been divided: Brahmanas, Shastriyas, Vaishyas, and the Sudras. Okay. Thus, an effort was made to provide divine and mythological background to the birth of the caste. So, how they have been given a birth to the caste. There is no mention of the word Varna here. Varna means nothing but class. Okay. So in the later Vedas, the word Varna appears. So starting of the during the first earlier period, there was no consciousness of caste, but after few years or after a time gap, there was a word Varna. Varna means class. Okay, so the first three Varnas performed the roles in rituals, administration, and business, and had the right for property. So in Varnas, so there were four class. In that, first three classes were being involved in ritual doing, administration, and business or trade. Okay, and they have the property right for property. Whereas the fourth class, that is Varna, is the Sudra. They come during the last stage of Rig Veda. The local tribal groups Dasyu, Pani, and Dasa form the Sudra Varna. Okay, they form the Sudra class, who Dasyu, Pani, and Dasa. Aryans, after defeating the local tribes, Dasa and Dasyu made them work as their slaves. So, as the Sudras are named, treated as servants, okay, so the tribes Dasa and Dasyu were working under the Aryans as the slaves. The wealth that was accumulated after winning in battles and their unequal sharing resulted in the growth of social discriminations. So, though after winning the battles, the property has been divided and the Sudras have been given a very less amount. So there was a social discrimination among at that time. The first three Varnas had the right over expanding agriculture and the lands. So the Sudras were forced to work for the first three Varnas. So Sudras were under the control of the first three Varnas. So it was told as their duty. The patriarchal family was the main social unit. So that means patriarchal means the family is led by mostly by men. Okay, so that was the social system followed in the Rig Veda. So next was the economic system. Rig Vedic people were basically into animal husbandry. So they were growing up, or they were bringing up the animals. According to the Rig Veda compilers, wealth meant cows, horses, camels, sheep. Still, cultivated land were considered as a part of wealth. So there were details of emergence of agriculture as a profession. Anyone could have obtained land and could have owned it. Importance of cattle increased as they were used for tilling. Tilling is nothing but what they will say, like growing up, okay, to lift water and to move carts and expansion of agriculture. They were also useful for their milk and meat. So we can say that the main part of the Rig Veda economic is the animal husbandry. On the whole, the need to own cattle herds grew more. With this, village common meadow is the grasslands, okay, came into existence. So they were not aware of the usage of iron at those times. They use only processed plants as charcoal to melt metals. So the brass and alloy was called as ayas. Though there were references of pots, there is no reference to pottery as profession. So there were pots, but it was not as a profession. Situational references appear in Rig Veda on crafts like weaving, carpentry, and other professional skills. So there were other crafts too, like weaving and carpentry. The word pani is referred to in Rig Veda many times. This was used to refer to a local rich tribe. So they knew agriculture. So there was a tribe named Pani, and they knew agriculture. So in Rig Veda, the cultivable land is called a kshetra, and the cultivation is called as krushi. An irrigated land belonging to Aligram of Swat Valley has been found, and it belongs to 11th century BCE. So just kindly note down what are the names which has been mentioned over here in the Rig Veda. So there is a reference to stone pulley with wood cups to lift water from a well. So now we are using the iron pulley to pull up the water. Those times they used a stone pulley. Okay, oxen were used to pull carts and the plows. So they were used to pull water by using rope and pulley. The lifted water is flown into the border canals. The canals are nothing but a big area which has been temporary built to store the water. With the help of this technology, the agriculture that was limited to areas closer to rivers expanded to areas which had higher level of underground water table. So there are references to preservation of seeds in the underground and also harvested grains. So they preserved the seeds and they even started harvesting the grains. And Yava is identified as barley. So for barley, what they said? Yava. Okay. So how was the political system at those time? So a reference to grama means village, appears in Rig Veda. Tribes were living in gramas. That Rajan or Raja was the head of the tribe. Names of Rajas were related to their specific tribes. So there were separate tribes and they were given names for the Rajas. Some tribes they had more than one Raja. The position of Raja was hereditary. Hereditary means by family they used to have the Rajas for the tribes. Rukshi of Puru clan and Sudas of Bharata clan are the examples for this. Clan is nothing but the group. Okay. So in political activities, the invasion and the suppression of a non-Aryan tribes like Dashu and Pani by the Aryans one of the major parts. Rigveda considers Dashu and Pani as inhuman, aliens, and killable. So, in those days, so in between the Rig Vedas, the non-Aryans were considered as the Dashu and the Pani. So there are references to this conflict between Aryans and non-Aryans in Rig Veda. So there was a difference between who are Aryans and who are non-Aryans. The words Sabha and Samiti are used to denote the assembly of common people around the king. The people who ruled over common people are called as Kashatra. The one who fights or a soldier are called as Yodha. Okay. So the common people are called as Kashatra and the soldier is called as Yodha. The word Kshatriya was not in use. Kings and the rich had power concentrated in them. So there were kings and the rich who had power on those times. They were gifting cows, horses, gold, and cultivation tools to priestly class. Invasions and conflicts used to take place for cattle. Those who were successful in these invasions increased their wealth and could also get prisoners. So, at those times, those will be the kings and the rich people were having their invasions and they increased their wealth.